What keeps me going is I love what I do. I love riding, and every day you get out and ride your bike, there's always things that you feel you could have done better. There's always room for improvement, and I keep wanting to just improve. That's definitely what keeps me going. There's always something there to motivate me. I always have new goals set that I want to achieve, and I'm not satisfied until I achieve them. You know, I've talked to people about this before, and I just see it as you can only do this for a certain amount of years when you're young, you know. Like, I know there's times right now where Jess is pretty stressed out because I'm just off training and can't do a whole lot of things, but it's a period of time in my life where it's the only time I can do it, you know. You're going to look back on things when you're 50, your career's going to seem like an eternity ago. I just want to have no regrets, you know, like I want to make the most of this time while I can, so I try to remember that every day and train as hard as I can and do everything the best I can to be as successful as I can and get the most out of my career while I can still do it, you know. And that's something I know I'll be really proud of in the future, and a good thing that'll, a good sort of way of approaching things that'll help me out for the rest of my life. I started getting nervous for that race pretty much when I was at the podium at Wyndham the weekend before the World Cup finals. You know, it's just a one-off race that the winner calls himself world champion. It's the race that means the most to me out of anything. If I could only win one race all year, that'd be the one. I'd trade my World Cup overall and my 4 World Cup wins this year for that one race in a heartbeat, you know. So that's why it was so devastating for the final to go down the way it did. It's a hard one. You get super nervous, you get all worked up. I was definitely in sort of a different frame of mind just all week, and especially that day and at race time. Like, normally I'm just joking around, having fun. Didn't want anyone to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to do anything except focus on racing at race time. And I was riding really well. Everything was coming together, and to lose it in the last turn, yeah, it's right up there with being as devastating as Fort William when my tyre blew out and getting drilled over the first corner in Val di Sole and all that. And I think, you know, after the season I had and being favourite to win, and after winning it the year before, I sort of saw it as my title, and I almost felt like there was more on the line and more expected on me to win it and retain it rather than there was to even win it in the first place. So it was a tough night that night. I think it keeps improving my four-cross as well. My four-cross is improving my BMX. It just helps everything out. Right now it's a bit tough where I've sort of been out of the World Cup loop at least for pretty much a solid 2 years now. So it's pretty tough at these World Cups like we're at here this weekend now, but just need to get some good time on my bike again, which I haven't really done the last couple of years. Yeah, at first it was just like something to do, you know. It's a cool sport for the young kids to get into, and Dad started racing as well, and so it was a whole family deal, and we were going all over the country to all the big races and all the title meets and all that. And I was always like the midget of my age class. Like, you see photos from presentations after the final and I'm like a foot shorter than everyone else, so I always had it a bit tough when I was younger, and but I still did pretty well. I got a bunch of national plates and state plates and that sort of stuff. So, but I think it just sort of taught me to, I don't know, want it a bit more than the other guys. Nothing ever came easy for me when I was a little kid, but eventually I grew and caught up to the other guys, and it became easier.